Right, here we are for part 2 of our 2024 project, and Jeff's been busy the last few days, so you've made the pivot bolt for...
Well, yeah.
That's now been machined up, so I've got to take it away and get that welded.
Because I have no argon and
no.
I mean, thing is not set up yet.
Yeah, I'll get it welded, bring it back, skim it, and that's one stainless steel pivot bolt made. So that's great, I'll have that.
Right.
Thank you very much. In the meantime, I brought you a few more things. I brought you in that little box there.
Yeah, well I dug the wheel out. So
so
work that out.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
That's the lower...
You've not opened this yet?
No. That's the lower yoke and stem of a standard 650, which we need because we're going to steal the stem from that, to grind out the base of it and press it out, and then make some kind of spacers to use that stem in the R6 lower yoke. It's all very complicated.
Is it the D&K or?
I'm not sure, I can't remember where that came from. It came from eBay, put it that way.
Usually they're one of the biggest places.
Oh yeah, but they're also one of the most expensive. I mean, they're good, but they're not cheap.
Oh, that looks
a nice one.
Rather bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a shame to
destroy them, but it needs must. And also, what I've just given you is in that cardboard, which you can't see from my angle. Well, in the box.
I inherited some more boxes.
Yeah, I can keep that box. So in there, we have the rear caliper from a BMW 1250 GS. And I bought that because I happen to know it'll work with the R6 rear wheel and disc. Because as we mentioned in the first video, the disc is very close to the spokes on the wheel. So a standard sort of twin piston caliper won't work, but that one will.
Is this going underslung?
No,
on the top.
Yeah, underslung's more trendy, but the problem is bleeding the damn thing. If it's underslung, it makes it more difficult to bleed. I don't need that hassle. Brembo. Nice one, isn't it? Nice one there. Same as I've used on the Mark II, which has the same rear wheel, same wheels.
Is that a front caliper or
that's a rear caliper?
It is originally a rear.
Yeah, because if you look at it now, it's a sliding caliper, right? Yeah. So if you look at it from the side, it sticks out quite a lot on the outside, but it's very narrow on the inside, which is what we need.
So it gives us
the clearance we need. So hopefully, if you try and fit that on that disc, it will work. If it doesn't, I won't be very happy.
Oh, they're a bit rough.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get some.
Yeah, you know, all the pins, they look a bit...
Yeah, I'll get some new ones.
They don't sound, they get some stainless ones.
Yeah. I'm sure they're out there. So there you go, plenty of room behind there.
Oh, bags of room.
Because even a very small twin pot Brembo don't fit because it hits the wheel. But they do fit, which is fine.
Piston?
Yes, the post piston. They're not. They're slide.
To be honest, as long as these are kept in... as long as all the sliders and everything are kept in...
Well...
you know, they don't go rusty or dry. They work.
Yeah. So that's good news.
Brilliant.
So you've now been looking at... we need to make a...
Well, the thing is now, if we make a bracket, we're coming down to here, and then we're going to have to come down.
Yes.
Because we've got a torque arm.
We certainly have. Yes. I've not yet got the rose joints to make that torque arm, but they are on order. Should be here any day now. So we've been looking at what needs to happen to make that wheel fit the ZRX spindle. So what size is the spindle? Is it 25?
28.
That's 28. And what size is the...
20.
20. Oh, okay. So plenty of room there. You need 4 mil.
Yeah, so it'll be... Yeah, it is 20, that. Sometimes you've got to watch. Sometimes it can go odd and... I think, 20. Some can do a 22.
So you're going to make one long... talk about space to go through the wheel and...
We need to go through the bearing.
Yes.
Into the spacer, so the spacer doesn't...
Move around.
Yes.
And what about for the carrier?
This side, I'll do in stainless steel.
Yes.
So, obviously it doesn't go manky.
Oh, yes.
But this side...
It's the other side.
tell you what, let's
get some room.
Let's take that off so it doesn't bloody drop off on the floor. And
no, I will be very upset. So on this side.
This side here, we've got
the Cush drive.
We've got a spacer in the bearing there. It's only thin.
Oh yeah.
It's probably got about 5 or 6 mil off the bearing face.
Yes.
So I'm going to make one of them. If it's about 5 or 6 mil,
make one.
When I tap it out, I'll work it out. I'll make one with a 20 mil ball.
Yeah. So if you turn it around a little bit for the camera, because right, okay. So we're going to make a new version of that with a 20 mil ball.
Spacer, yeah, with a 20 mil ball.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But only half from the distance from there, with only half on, and half when the top hat's made here, I'll need to come over that. So
it's the same.
So the two have got a flange on that equal.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The original
cunning
gauge of the
well done.
Original.
Right.
So I'll make them in just steel. Just say some EN 20 foot whatever. I think I've got some bits and bobs.
Yeah.
But then the space that goes back on the outside of there, I'll do in stainless.
Yes, please do. Yeah. A bit heavier, but it means you don't have to worry about.
If you want to get some titanium on it.
I would love to get some titanium.
I used to do sometimes in aluminium, but sometimes it's going in a seal and you know.
Well, I have got some wheel spacers you made for me a long time ago in stainless, but you line drill them around the outside to make them lighter.
Yeah, because that was for your hat thing. We were trying to get weight off it.
Yeah. Well, they were quite thick. Yes, all right.
Young man, is he?
I shall let you keep that. It might be very handy. For hitting people
whack people with it who don't pay the bills.
Precisely. Right, so on that note, we'll leave it here and I'll come back next week and hopefully we'll get a bit more done. Right, here we are, another day and another cold day. And I just brought you another parcel, this time with the correct stainless steel bar. This time it is 44 mil as it should be. So you can get on and check it if you want, but it is 44 mil.
44, yeah. Inch and 3/4, I think that is.
Okay, so you can now make those wheel spaces.
Well, it's going to 42, so.
Yes. Okay, and also I see you've been busy because you now finished making the stainless steel pivot bolt for the swing arm. So it's been polished, you've skimmed the end.
I've taken that down another full turn.
Right, and you've also machined down the...
The only thing I don't like, because they're 16 mil washers, is they move a little
bit. Well,
a bit more than I'd like, but that's...
Can't be helped.
Unless you start machining washers out of flat plates, so they're all...
You don't want to do?
Yeah, I think the old measure's nearly 17 mil.
Okay. Well, you actually made 4 washers. Well, I only need 2, but you made 4 just in case somebody else might want something like that.
Well, that's
in the
up
future.
to you if you want to.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So I'll take a picture of that before I go, just so you can see it, how it looks, and that's now ready to go on the frame.
Okay. I've done that one, finished that. I was just going to do the stats in steel to 20 mil.
Yes.
To replace that had the 28 mil spindle.
Brilliant. Okay.
So, yeah.
That's one side done.
So the other one in the wheel can be done in steel because it's going to have probably grease. It'll be smeared with grease. So.
Okay. Right, so that's good news then. I've also brought you in that little package
the brackets,
a set of engine brackets, which we need so then you can work out the length for the stainless steel engine bolts, which again you have to make in stainless steel out of those bars. Yeah, that's it. So with that then, you've got plenty to do, and we'll come back next week and hopefully see a lot more progress. Yeah. Brilliant.
Get them spacers done, and we should let's hope that a little bit more warmer weather comes.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a cold week. And with that, we'll come back next week. Right, Jeff, here we are again on yet another cold day, a very cold day. It was -6 last night. And I'm here because you've told me there's a problem fitting that wheel in that swing arm. So what is the problem?
It's not in the middle.
Not in the middle.
When I've come to put the wheel in, that carrier now is right up against there with no space at all. And it's still, it wants at least a couple of mil. It wants to come this way.
Well, it can't.
I know, but it's not in...
This is confusing me because I've got the exact same wheel with a ZRX 1200 swing arm, not 1100, 1200, in the back of my Mark II, and it works perfectly okay, because the ZRX 1100/1200 have the same size rim as this one, even though it's a different wheel.
Well, that space is done right there. It's right up against there, and
we're having a problem.
According to this, just a quick measurement.
Yeah.
That's about 2 5/8 3/8 or whatever it is.
It's hard up against, almost hard up against.
2 and 3/8, and then there's...
On the far side, it's got hardly anything.
I can just basically... It's not even... I can get my finger between there.
Right.
And I put my finger there, you can see. It wants half of that. It's at least 3/4, maybe more.
Right, so that's not good. That's not good. The first real problem with split build, but not unexpected. We also get problems with these things when you're trying to match up different wheels with different swing arms and God knows what else. So we do expect these problems, but that's quite a strange one. So we should go away and do a bit more research about this, and hopefully we'll find a solution.
Now you know why people say, keep it standard.
Keep it standard. Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, we'll continue next week. And now here we are, it's about a week later, with the R6 wheel, which mysteriously doesn't fit the swing arm, even though I've got a similar combination on another bike, and that combination works fine. So what on earth's been going on? Well, it's taken me quite a while to work out what is going on and why this doesn't fit. And the answer is, this wheel is not from a Yamaha R6. It looks as if it is, but it's not. Neither is it from a Yamaha FZ6 phaser, or an R1, or an FZ1 phaser. No, turns out this wheel is from an FZ8, a much later model in the Yamaha lineup. And that FZ8, it turns out, has a slightly different hub. And that's why this wheel doesn't fit my swing arm. This hub sticks out far too far. So, oh my God, so let me put this down because it's getting a bit heavy for me. And so what to do? Well, I went back on eBay and tried to find a really good R6 stroke FZ6 rear wheel. And there are quite a few on there. But the only good gold wheel I could find was £400, which I thought, I'm not paying for that. So instead, I bought what's down here. It is from an R6, but it's not gold. As you can see, it's silver, which does not match the lovely gold R6 front wheel I've got for the bike. And that means I've got to either go and buy yet another gold rear wheel when I can find one at a good price, or get both the front and rear wheels recoated, get them powder coated, I don't know, painted, whatever, get them both the same colour. So that's a bit of a blow, but at least I now know what the problem is. Now I can't really show you very easily, but I moved the camera and you can see the difference between this genuine R6 wheel and this FZ8 wheel, because the real difference is in this hub. And so now we have the wheels side by side, and hopefully you can see the difference between the two. This hub sticks out at least, God, 25 or 30 millimeters more than this one. This is the R6 wheel, and this is the FZ8 wheel. And so now this wheel, the gold one, will have to go back on the shelf. I can take this one to Jeff's workshop, where we can continue to work on making this fit the ZRX swing arm. Right, here we are again, Jeff, and you're unwrapping another R6 stem and bottom yoke. And the reason why you're unwrapping another stem and bottom yoke is because I have to buy another one. Because it turns out the original R6 bottom yoke I bought wasn't from an R6, it was mislabelled, as it turns out, so I'll have to buy another one.
There's a lot of people on eBay who
mislabel things, yeah. Although to be fair, having dived into this down this rabbit hole, it turns out there are lots of different dimensions and sizes for an R6, phasers and all that kind of stuff, FZ8s and God knows what else. So now if you compare that to the R6 top yoke I've got there, it should, I hope, be the same.
Well, it's at a glance there, yeah. Yes. If we put it that way,
yeah, it is the same.
Even better, yeah. Well, yeah.
So that top yoke, as you can see, I've already attacked it with my hacksaw. If you show us, because it had that sort of loop in it, which was for the ignition key, which I don't want. So I've got rid of it, but now it needs more work. I would say mill it, but your mill is not working, so I have to do it by hand.
Well, it is working, it's just
got no power.
I can't get the power to it.
Well, same difference.
Yeah.
So
I need to find an electrician.
You do.
Who will work for next to nothing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Now, I put a mic on that, and I was quite surprised. It's about, at its thinnest point, it's 7 millimeters thick. You can see underneath you've got the webbing, but even despite the webbing, it's 7 mil thick. And I reckon that might be enough to warrant it can be drilled, and we can use standard risers. So I can use that with standard bars. Anyway, that's an option. If not, then at least we can use that as a template for the time when you do get your miller work, and you can make a new one just like that, but obviously from solid billet. So we'll put that to one side for now, and we'll move on to the solution to my weird swing arm stroke rear wheel not fitting problem, because I've got a brand new rear wheel.
That can go in the bin, wherever the bin is. Let's see where the bin is. See if I can get the bin from here.
I bet you won't.
I
bet you don't.
I can't see it now. You go on.
There.
Oh, got it in the bloody light.
Hit the light, I don't know. Try it. No, mild.
Oh, no.
Bloody mild.
Well.
Right, so.
Well, what do we want? The wheel?
The wheel. So move that to one side and I'll get you the wheel. Well, stop laughing.
I'm gonna do a thingy. What's it now? The singer from many years ago.
What's that?
Is it? Go forget it. It's Welcome to My World.
Welcome to my. Because that Cush drive does not fit that wheel, which is typical in it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's miles off, isn't it? So not only is the Cush drive, or rather the hub of the R6 wheel, narrower than that of the FZ, it's also smaller. Yeah. So yeah, I can't remember now, but that came with the wheel, I think.
That's our spacer in there now. Yeah. So whether that'll fit in the
bloody better had to, because I don't want you to have to make another one.
Different.
I don't want you to have to make another one. I would be surprised if it is different, but
we don't know.
We don't know. I'm now going to go after and buy another bloody Cush drive.
Well, do you want to tap that out now? In fact, you can. That's not.
I think actually I might have one already at home. I think I might have a spare one, but I'll have to go and check.
Yeah.
That's just the space that goes with the wheel. Yeah. So one step forward and two steps back. We got the right wheel.
Yeah, that there now.
Oh yeah.
The other one was like, I bet it was about another inch plus at least further out than that.
Yeah. But what it means is I've now got the right wheel, but the wrong Cush drive, which is typical, isn't it? Eh? Bloody
is that
typical.
5.5?
Yeah, it's 5.5.
5.5.
This is why I don't like Yamahas. They and Honda. They change things from year to year for no apparent reason. Whereas Mr. Kawasaki is good about this sort of stuff. A Kawasaki doesn't change unless it has to. Now I do have a new set of bearings coming, but another change between the FZ8 and this wheel is that the FZ8 just has two standard roller bearings in the wheel hub.
Yeah.
But this doesn't. It's got one standard roller bearing and a needle roller bearing on this side, which is typically a bloody changes for no good reason.
I've often wondered why they do. Why didn't they just keep why don't they just make everything the same?
Because Yamaha are dickheads, that's why. And Mr. Honda too. They change things. I'm sure there's a good technical reason why, but
I have no idea.
The other good news is
there is some good news.
Yes, I know there is. I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least.
Yeah, because Jeff noticed last time that our Brembo caliper from an RGS 1250 BMW had a problem because it hit the fasteners which hold on the disc.
They're sunk in.
But these are sunk in, so they don't.
So now,
so we're okay now.
That's great.
Yeah.
So at least
that's okay.
Two problems gained. One problem
solved. Yeah.
One step forward, two step back. Yeah.
Now I do have a new rear disc for this, and I've got a new set of fasteners too, but I won't fit them yet because that wheel's going to have to go off to be coated in some way. Yeah, so also of course it's silver, whereas the front one's gold, so I'll probably end up just getting them both powder coated or painted. So that means I won't be fitting the brand new bearings just yet, because the bearings will have to come out if it gets powder coated at some point in the future. Right, phew. So as I say, if it was easy, everyone would do it, but it's not easy. So with that then, we'll call it a day, and this will be the end of this particular video, and hopefully in the next video all these problems will be solved and we'll have the bike at least on its wheels with the forks in, yoke sorted out and back end in as well.